Namaste. Diwali is coming on 1st of November. Diwali starts. And so how this Diwali is going to be for you and what are the planetary transits, positions that will impact your zodiac sign is what I have shared in this podcast. And at the end of it, I have also shared some deep insights so that you understand the true essence and the message of Diwali. This is the first part of this podcast. In the second part, I will talk briefly about the Diwali Amavasya and its significance. So let's begin with this first part. And before we begin, I want to wish each one of you, especially all those who are following me so closely from last so many months, weeks and years. I want to wish happy Diwali to you, your family, and always remember, those who don't have money, they are unhappy, and those who have money, they are also unhappy. That is why the great Guru Samartha Ramdas Swami writes, जगी सर्व सुखी असा कोण आहे विचारी मना तुझे शोधू निपाहे. Meaning, in this world, who is happy? O mind, you search yourself and find out. So the fact is that nobody is happy. If you don't have money, you think that the rich man is happy. But once you become rich, then also there are many challenges, many challenges, in fact more challenges. Because when money comes, it also comes with all kind of troubles. It's a deep thing. Someday I will explain. But for now, let's begin with this podcast. As Diwali, the festival of lights, approaches, the cosmos aligns in powerful ways. This year, Diwali falls on November 1st, 2024, marking an especially transformative time for each of us. Several key planetary transits and conjunctions create both challenges and opportunities across all areas of life. And so now, let's take an in-depth look at these celestial changes and their effects on the 12 zodiac signs. First, the key planetary moments around Diwali 2024. The very first moment is Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer brings a focus on emotional stability and home matters, stirring a need for protection and security in family relationships. While in Cancer, Mars' typically assertive energy may feel subdued, making it a time to exercise patience in close connections. The second planetary movement is Mercury in Scorpio. Mercury's transit through Scorpio amplifies introspection, investigative tendencies, and profound communication. It's an ideal time for introspection, uncovering truths, and understanding the hidden aspects of our lives. The third planetary movement is Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus calls for re-evaluation in areas of material security, wealth, and personal values. This transit emphasizes patience and a grounded approach to growth, urging us to reconnect with our core values and ensure they align with our long-term objectives. And the fourth and the last significant planetary position is of Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn's steadfast position in Aquarius emphasizes community, responsibility, and discipline. This transit supports long-term plans, particularly those connected to humanitarian goals, community involvement, and structured growth. Let us now see the impact of these planetary positions and movements on all 12 zodiac signs during the Diwali period. Let's start with Aries. For Aries, with Jupiter retrograding in Taurus, you are urged to reevaluate your financial strategies and value systems. Mars in Cancer affects your home and family matters. So focus on creating emotional security in your close relationships. Avoid conflicts by maintaining patience and understanding. Taurus. For Taurus, Jupiter retrograding in your sign calls for inner reflection and reassessment of personal growth goals. This Diwali, focus on creating stability within and realigning with your long-term desires. Mars in Cancer urges you to focus on communication, learning, and short distance travels. Connect with your siblings and your neighbors and avoid all kind of misunderstandings. Gemini. For Gemini, Mercury in Scorpio encourages introspection, urging you to dive deep into any unresolved issues. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus advises caution in hidden matters and potential subconscious patterns. Mars in Cancer affects your finances, so budget wisely and avoid impulsive spending. Cancer. With Saturn in Aquarius in your 8th house, this Diwali calls for discipline in handling finances and shared resources. Mars in your sign amplifies energy and assertiveness, so focus on channeling it productively. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus enhances community connections and encourages re-evaluation of friendships and affiliations. Leo. Mars in Cancer for Leo in your 12th house brings energy through introspective and spiritual practices. Focus on letting go of the past, particularly old grudges, and seek inner peace. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus impacts your career, advising you to rethink your professional goals with patience. Virgo. Mercury in Scorpio sharpens your analytical skills, and this is an excellent time to assess your finances and resources. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus in your 9th house of higher knowledge encourages reflection on belief systems and spiritual growth. Libra. Mars in Cancer in your career sector urges you to focus on professional ambitions, but with care and diplomacy. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus in your 8th house suggests revisiting your financial arrangements and handling debts thoughtfully. Focus on self-confidence rather than aggressive posturing. Scorpio. With Mercury in your sign, your thoughts and speech become potent and intense. Mars in Cancer highlights your desire for higher knowledge, travel, or spiritual studies. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus in your partnership sector prompts introspection and understanding in relationships. Remember, to understand everything is to forgive everything. True love comes from understanding. Sagittarius. Jupiter, your ruler, is retrograde in Taurus, and this retrograde position of Jupiter in Taurus advises you to review routines and health matters carefully. Mars in Cancer in your 8th house suggests transformation and facing inner fears. Be selective about whom you trust, especially regarding finances and shared resources. Capricorn, with Saturn in your 2nd house, Capricorn, you are encouraged to focus on financial security and family matters. Mars in Cancer influences your partnerships and may create occasional conflicts, so avoid impulsive reactions. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus encourages careful investment of time and resources in creativity and children. Aquarius. For Aquarius, Saturn in your sign supports your long-term plans. Mars in Cancer in your 6th house highlights health and daily routines, motivating you to establish a structured lifestyle. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house prompts you to reassess your home environment and foundational values. Pisces. Mercury in Scorpio in your 9th house heightens spiritual growth. Mars in Cancer in your 5th house encourages creativity and romance, but approach these areas with patience. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus focuses on communication and self-expression, prompting you to clarify your thoughts before sharing. Overall, this Diwali 2024, the cosmic energy is intense yet transformative, offering us a chance to make important internal shifts. Each sign is encouraged to balance assertiveness with compassion, seek harmony over conflict, and prioritize inner work. Remember, Diwali is the victory of light over darkness, a time to shine brighter by embracing self-knowledge, compassion, and unity. During Diwali, we all worship Goddess Lakshmi. But you need to understand that Lakshmi is not money. Lakshmi is the peace that you attain within. When you have found your peace within, that is when you are truly a rich man, a rich woman. Else you remain a beggar. Always remember there are two kinds of beggars, poor beggars and rich beggars, but they are all beggars. Even your kings and your queens are beggars. Only those people, very few people who have stood alone in their being, in their clarity, in their light, who have found their own light, who have found their own flowering, who have found their own space, they can call their home, their eternal home. Those few people are the real emperors, the real kings, the real rich fellows. This whole universe is their empire. They do not need to conquer it. It is already conquered. By knowing yourself, you have conquered it. Those who live in desires are beggars. Rich beggar or poor beggar. But they are all living in desires. And so ultimately they are beggars. And then there are the emperors. These fellows have found peace within. They have attained contentment, and that is how they have found their blissful silence. So this Diwali, you must introspect and self-inquire and find out if you are still living in desires or whether you have realized that desires never end. And hence you have found your peace by no more chasing any new desires. This Diwali, you need to answer this question whether you are still a rich beggar or a poor beggar, or you have become the emperor and found your bliss within. If you ask me, then the real fellow is the one who has found the ultimate bliss within. He is the one who has truly attained the blessings of Goddess Lakshmi. He is truly the chosen one. My love and blessings to all my close followers. For so many days and months and weeks, you have been following me so closely. Happy Diwali, and remember, the festival of lights is simply a reminder that absence of light leads you to darkness, ignorance, and the presence of light leads you on the path of self-growth. And so you need to focus on the light within, the light of consciousness. Pray like a lover and not like a beggar. Pray just the way a lover prays, and you will find God, because God is love and love is real. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru, and wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.